Dante, the cliff! Watch out for the cliff! We're going too fast!
The rain lashed against the windshield of the yellow taxi as Dante drove along the winding cliffside road. In the passenger seat, Julian clutched a heavy leather briefcase. Inside was the $50,000 they had just stolen from the warehouse.
We did it, Julian breathed, a shaky smile on his face. We can finally leave this life behind.
Dante didn't smile. He gripped the steering wheel until his knuckles turned white. You're right, Julian, a fresh start. But $50,000 is a lot of money for two people. For one person, it's a fortune.
Before Julian could respond, Dante slammed on the brakes. Julian's head cracked against the dashboard with a sickening thud. Dazed and bleeding, he tried to reach for the door handle, but Dante had engaged the child locks. Don't bother, Dante hissed, his voice cold. I've been planning this since we scouted the place. I sent an anonymous tip to the police saying you were the mastermind. By morning, they'll be looking for a dead man.
Dante reached over and began to strangle Julian. Just as Julian's vision began to fade, the car's interior lights flickered and died. The temperature plummeted, and the smell of stagnant swamp water filled the small space. A cold, wet hand reached from the empty back seat and gripped Dante's throat. Dante froze. He looked into the rearview mirror and screamed. Sitting in the back was Nia, their old partner who had supposedly tripped into the river during their last heist. Her skin was bloated and blue, and weeds were tangled in her hair.
Nia, Dante gasped, his face turning purple.
She didn't speak. Her eyes were dark, hollow pits of vengeance. She squeezed his neck with supernatural strength, her fingers sinking into his flesh.
The money is mine, Dante choked out, still trying to grab the briefcase even as he was being strangled.
Suddenly, the taxi's engine roared to life on its own. The car shifted into gear and accelerated toward the edge of the cliff. Dante fought to open his door, but it was jammed shut. Nia leaned forward, pressing her cold, rotting face against his ear. With a final violent jerk, the taxi soared off the cliff and plunged into the dark water below. The next morning, the police found the taxi submerged in the river. The briefcase was empty, filled only with river mud and dead leaves. There was no sign of Dante or Nia, only Julian, who had been thrown from the car before it hit the water, left alive to tell a story no one would ever believe.
Like and share.
Betrayal always leaves a trail. Who was the real